Hey, what's up? Johnny Wimbrey here. Listen, I got a quick message for you. Literally just walking out of the gym, going for a walk. My wife is walking in, and I said, hey babe, I'm going for a walk. What do you want me to talk about? She said, walk that walk. Talk about walking that walk. She was trying to be funny because I said I'm going for a walk. But since she's trying to be funny, I'm going to turn it into a message. And the message is this. Are you ready? Are you the type of person that talks about it, or do you walk about it? It's one of those messages, man. And if you love this, I want you to drop a thank you to Crystal Wimbrey, at Crystal Wimbrey, because she's the reason I'm doing this message. Anybody can talk. Bam, bam, bam. You're bumping your gums. What are you going to do about it? Anybody can talk. You ready to walk? Let's go. The difference between somebody who just talks, they bump their gums, and if you don't know what that means, your gums that hold your teeth together. Are you bumping your gums and just talking? You're talking about it? Or are you the type of person that walks about it? There is no question that anybody can talk about what they want 2020 to be. That's just talk. The Bible says that faith without work is dead. And what that means is you can have all the faith in the planet. You can pray all you want. But even the Bible says that faith without work, see, that's how you walk it out. That's how you walk about it, because you're willing to put in the work. Faith without work is dead. So do you just have faith? If you just have faith, that means that whatever you have faith in is dead because you're not putting it into work. Listen, I'm the first person to tell you, listen, I get down on my knees and pray. I talk to my God, and I ask him, and I tell him what I want. I talk about what I'm frustrated about. I talk to God. I have no problem with that. But when I get off my knees, I go to work. You get on your knees to pray, you get up so you can go to work. And you say, Johnny, man, you don't know how many times I've been knocked down. You don't know how many obstacles I've had to overcome in my life. Listen, I'm saying the same thing to you. You don't know how many obstacles I've had to overcome in my life. My earliest memory in life was being homeless, living in a battered women's shelter. Not just homeless, battered women's shelter. That means that my mother was abused and had to hide and run for her life. You know, I know what it's like to be knocked down. I know what it's like to even knock myself down because of making stupid decisions. One thing happens, two things happen, correction. Two things happen when you get knocked down. Either you're going to get up the same person, which means you learn nothing from getting knocked down. You learned nothing from making a mistake. You get knocked down, you fall down, and you get up the exact same person. That doesn't make sense to me. How can you go through so much adversity? How can you get knocked down and have that character, that experience, that learning experience that you went through, and you get up the same person? When you get knocked down, you get up renewed. You get up with a new fight. You get up a different person. Refuse to get up being the same person when you find yourself getting knocked down. Listen to me. You got to walk into your destiny. You got to step into your purpose. You got to walk into your destiny, your purpose, whatever it is your responsibility to walk into it. I always tell people, people who say they want to get married, people say, they're looking for the love of their life. Well, you got to leave home. You got to walk outside the door to meet the love of your life. And I know you may, well, social media, blah, blah, blah. Well, you got to meet them. You got to meet them in person. You got to walk it out, man. You got to participate in your rescue. So the next time you find yourself just talking about what you want, the next time you find yourself just setting goals, and here's what's crazy. People think because they set goals, they're successful. That's a lie from the pits of hell. You could be a master at setting goals. You could be a master of declaring what you want. You could be a master of having faith and repeating it every day. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire. No, you're not, unless you do something. It's okay to declare it. I declare things on my life all the time, but I participate in my declaration. My question to you is, are you still talking in 2020? Or are you ready to start walking? Nothing wrong with talking about it. But there's something wrong with just talking about it if you're not going to walk about it. So I want you to walk and take that step closer. Johnny, how big of a step do I take? I don't care. As long as it's a step forward, at least that's increase. You taking a step forward into your destiny, into what you say you want in life, that is a step forward. That is you starting to walk it out and not just talk it out. Anybody can talk, guys. Anybody can bump their gums. That's why I tell people, listen, man, stop following parked cars. Stop talking and following to people just because they sound good. You can sound good all day. Are you parked? If you're not making anything happen, you can't mentor me. Nobody on the planet is qualified to mentor me unless they have the lifestyle that I want. And lifestyle is not just money. It could be peace. It could be a happy marriage. It is, incredible parenting. Your kids love you. Your kids are 20-something years old and they love you. Your kids are 17 years old and they love you. I want to learn from that person. Why? Because that's something that I desire to be better at and more of. Man, follow people who are walking, not talking. It's funny, I interviewed Grant Cardone the other day, and that show drops this coming Monday on my show, Masters of Wealth. And Grant Cardone was talking about somebody that we all know. Matter of fact, they did a movie on this guy. And Grant Cardone basically said, Johnny, the guy is, he's a fraud. He's hurting people. And this is one of the masters. He's not hating on this guy, talking bad about him. He wants this guy to become better, to become more authentic of who he says he is. And the difference between somebody just talking because they have notoriety, because you've been in a movie, because they've done a movie on your life, that doesn't mean that you're qualified to lead people if you're not leading yourself first. God forbid I lead people to something I've never accomplished. Wouldn't that be crazy? So it goes back to the message. Johnny's ranting again. I rant a lot. I just talk a lot, man. I go from subject to subject on purpose, but normally that's me talking to me. But here's what I'm saying to you right now. Are you walking it out, man? Are you seriously walking it out? Or are you just talking? Are you walking the walk or are you just talking the talk? The only way to know if you're walking the walk is today you should be a little bit closer than you were yesterday. That's how you know you're taking steps. Tomorrow you should be a little bit closer tomorrow than you are today. That's you taking a step. Anybody can make a declaration and bump their gums about what they want in 2020. My question to you is, what did you do today that's going to advance you further into your tomorrow? If you do the exact same thing today that you did yesterday, then chances are your tomorrow will be just like your today. My yesterday was great, but I don't want my today to be just like yesterday. I want it to be greater. I want it to level up. I want to rank up. I want to move up in life. I want to take a step up, a step towards where I've been saying I want to go. If I'm just telling you that 2020 is going to be my greatest year ever, and I'm not taking advanced steps into that future every single day, I'm lying to you. I'm lying to me. Why? Because I fall in the category of one of those people who are just talking. And again, anybody can talk. Very few people will participate in their own rescue and walk and take that step into their destiny. So don't just be that type of person that talks about it. Be the type of person that walks about it. How you like that, Crystal?